Sotayo is in the building. Listen, man, today is going to be amazing. We have a guest that you have never heard this side of her. You know, this is Bouqui'S place. We talk about the things that plague human beings. The 5 major questions. Who am I? Why am I here? Where am I going? What do I do with the God-given talent I have? How do I walk this road? And we bring in beautiful people to show you and tell you from their experiences how they did it. And today I have the very beautiful Sotayo Gaga, and I want you to give her a Bouqui'S place welcome. Drum roll, everybody. I know you just jumped off a photo shoot. I am so happy that you could do this. I am so happy. I know you're really very busy. How are you?
I'm very fine. I'm very fine. It's good to see you again. See you
see.
see you like this again. That kind of thing. I miss you in person. I miss you in person. In person.
I know, in person. But thank God for social media. You know, we see each other every time, so we comment on pictures. You think, oh, Sotayo is fine. You know.
Yeah. I see you every time. I'm like, she's still the same person. That kind of thing.
She never changed. Man, how you dealing? How you coping with this?
Well, we are managing. We are managing. We see the same thing, you know. We are trying, Sha. We are trying to survive, that kind of thing.
God will help us all. Listen, welcome to Bouqui'S place. Tell me quickly, just say for me quickly, I am in Bouqui'S place.
I'm in Bouquie what?
Just say quickly, I am in Bouqui'S place.
I am in Bouqui'S place.
Yes, exactly. All right, so welcome to Bouqui'S place. This is where we talk about those things that nobody talks about. When you go on every platform, they want to talk about the awards, the wins, how you you know. But here in this season, I've noticed that a lot of people lost their jobs, they lost their identities, they don't know who they are, they don't know how to get up from where they are, you know. So I bring people that have a story, people that have been on a journey to tell and share their story. So you share your story, how, you know, where you started from, because I know that your industry to even rise up is not even a joke. You know what I'm saying? So we will go into the trials. Yeah, the trials, the tribulations, the things you told yourself, Sotayo, yeah, get up, stop crying. It's okay. You know, all those things that when we talk about the pain, the pressure, that's what we talk about here. So tell us, start from the beginning, your story.
Oh, how do I start? It's a long story. But I'll just I'll just try to pick from different parts. Okay, getting into the industry, I never saw myself coming this whole way and all that. You know, I kicked up like, okay, fine, I'm going to become a lawyer. Then I went all the way to Lagos State University. I did diploma in law.
Backtrack to the beginning where you were born and all that.
I did not go all the way. Oh, okay, don't worry. Let me rewind it a bit.
Okay.
Okay, this is me. I'm from a polygamous family, raised by my mom, or should I say I grew up with my mom. You know, my dad actually is this kind of man that comes to the house and he goes, because my mom already had everything before, you know, marrying my dad, and he had his own thing as well. Then I went to Hope Children's School, Hope Bay College, different schools, then all the way to Lagos State University, where I did diploma in law, and back to Ogun State University, where I did public administration, and I served in the north. I did my NYC in the north, and here I am. But this whole entertainment journey began when I was in Lagos State University, and I think far back, somebody said your love life. So, sorry.
Don't worry, they don't dictate the questions. I dictate the questions.
And you remember, like that time, I think I started off as an actress. Yes, I met this girl was my friend Lola. Lola did what was her surname? God, my friend's surname. Lola that did the DTD Jam show. Then I think that's what she does. The slim Lola Shono. The slim Lola, yeah. You know, and you know, through her I ran into Emeka Okoro, the actor. And
Yeah.
Emeka Okoro used to be with Ankanuku and all of them like that. So that way, Emeka Okoro paid for my AGN fee at the Lagos State Theatre chapter and all that. So I
Wow.
became an AGN member. I go for auditions, do films, like just give us few roles and all that we do. And from there was this day that Jabon, the musician, came all the way to the National Art Theatre to sub for Vixens for his
Mm.
school video. And I think they did the video at the Music Africa just a studio at I think in Surulere, yeah, that
Mhm.
Rando. So it took everybody. That was where I met HI and everybody. We did the musical video. I think
Wow.
that was the carry go. You carry your problems, they go video. And from there,
Uh-huh.
I met HI, I met some other people, the natives, and they kept, oh, why not
Wow.
we have a video to shoot. From there, I became a video vixen.
Okay.
I started doing videos and I was acting as well. Then they just give you some minor roles to do. And when I finished my diploma in law in Lagos State University, I already wrote JAM and I put in for Olabisi Onabanjo University. That's OOU. It was OSU then. And my admission letter came and all that. My mom was like, she used to be this kind of person that you cannot leave Lagos for anything. You cannot leave Lagos for even while I was schooling in Lasu, she would say, you have to go all the way from school to the house. The
Mhm.
strict Madam Margaret Thatcher attitude, like
Mhm.
nobody comes to the house to look for you, you don't have friends,
Mhm.
you don't have anything, you go to school. Living my mom's house is actually at Julius Berger, behind Julius Berger, where they are. Let me say Ajebole, but not like the central.
Mhm.
Ojora, that's where it is.
Mhm.
But me leaving that Apapa every day to Lagos State University or job,
Mhm.
and sometimes I will leave the school and get home for I don't even know for like 11:30.
Mhm.
That kind of thing, and she doesn't care. She was just concerned about you going from home. I
Coming
don't want you
back.
to mix up with people. I don't want you mixing up with bad gangs. I don't want you this, that. And, it went on like that. So I was so happy that I was leaving Lagos for Osu. And she was still like, do you still have to do it? Why don't you just, do the normal thing and all that?
Mhm.
And just left. And that was how I gained freedom. I went to
Gain
Olabisi
freedom.
Onabanjo. Yes,
Gain
I'm being
freedom.
honest here. Again, freedom, because this is me that never used to mix with people. My mom doesn't want to see me with anybody. Like, what does she want? What does he want? Where are you going? Why all your
Mhm.
mates are back from school? Bright is back. Juliet is back. Why are you just coming back now? I said, she starts shouting and shouting and I'm like, what kind of wala
Wow.
is this? I grew up like that, and I think that impact is still in me too. Now that's why I don't have friends. I'm not comfortable with making friends or doing friends. Do you understand? That's why I'm still like this. I didn't appreciate it then, but right now I appreciate it a lot because it has worked for me and it's still working for me. So I went to Olabisi Onabanjo University, and for like 2 years, my year one, year two, I was wearing white and black almost every day.
Why?
And I didn't know.
Why?
And I didn't know because I was, I became used to the normal, when you're going for your law lectures, you wear white, all black or white and
Uh-huh.
black. And I think that's why it's my best color to date.
Black and white.
Yeah, black and white or all black. Those are my best colors. If I'm in
Oh,
those colors, I
okay.
feel very, very comfortable. I
Okay.
don't know why. So that way, you understand, I became an all white or all white, and then I was doing public administration, and they'll call me from Lagos. We have videos to shoot, blah blah blah.
Mhm. Mhm.
And at some point, I think I missed some parts, but let me just say, at some point, I was a TV presenter and I was hosting that was the point where I met you. While I came to see Kwame, I remember
Really?
White House, all those times when they do the normal White House party, every blah, 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 and yourself
Yeah.
with Sasha and everything, like every
Yeah.
last Friday coming at White House. Then there was this time that I think I sang at some point. I passed my boundary. I didn't pass my boundary anyway. I think that was when I was still in last year. You know, there were 3 guys like that. 3 guys, oh, Jide, blah blah. I can't remember their names, but 3 of them, Amicable's group. If you can remember, TA was the one sponsoring and pushing for the group then.
What was their song?
A whole lot. I don't even know how to. Don't let me embarrass myself here.
Okay, go ahead. Amicables, I think I remember.
Yeah, Amicable, 3 guys from the north. Jide, James, something, Shola. Yeah. Then I would follow them all the way to Motherland to do performance. I was the only girl. They would call me. I would take the female verse for them. I didn't know who sang that part, but I was only taking it for them on stage. And you know, and they gave me one part like that to always rehearse with, so I won't mess up when I get on stage and all that. Okay. So when people come to my house, I now follow them to the studio one day. I did my own part. So when people come to my house, say, come and listen to my place. They say, it's nice. Is that my mom said, oh, right here. I went back. I went back and I'll be like, how? And God saved me. While I was still in my mom's house, and I don't know, we'll have shows and I would want to go, and I would now sneak out of the house. And at that point, there was this time they were doing elections. I think, yeah, some kind of election then. She wanted me to work with INEC. By all means, Lagos State woman. Anything that has to do with politics, she's really into it. Or should I say she was really into it because she's late now. So she would say,
oh, your mom is late?
Yeah,
your mom is
on
late?
on the 29th of this month, it's going to be a year that she died.
Well, you're going to talk to us about that. Put that in a cooler. Put it in a cooler. You're going to talk to us about it.
So, you know, that kind of thing. So we went all the way. We did the whole thing. And I said, and I'm supposed to perform somewhere. And she insisted that you will do INEC. I said, what am I going to do? I said, okay. I carried my bag. God so good. We're supposed to take the boxes and everything that night. We'll be there. We'll sleep at the polling booth till the next morning and all that. So thank God I have a show. When as I got there, I saw the people there. I told them, I said, come, how are we going to do it? Somebody needs to stand and help me to get my box and all that, blah, blah, blah. I have something to do, and by tomorrow morning, blah, 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 I'll be back very early. They said, okay, no problem. I just tipped them and I went gently to go and do my performance. I remember, yes, I think, Next Cafe Vows Rape. I went, I did my performance, I came back gently to my polling booth, I did my work, and I came back to the house after the whole thing. I was looking like, it was one camera guy like that covered me. I gave him a film to clean up for me and then bring, you know, those times now, all those Kodak film, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't in that. Instead of me to just keep, he met my mom and gave this thing to my mom. So I didn't know. I'm telling you. My mom just said, I think I went somewhere. She said, what? Joe, you don't worry. You didn't come out, and my mom still had the negative plus photo. She just said, it's all love. You know what? You know, she's this kind of person that when she looks at you,
she sees your soul.
He's that kind of person. I started begging. I didn't know how God managed to bail me out, or even if she beat me then, I cannot remember again. But I thought, down. Fast forward to, you know, I went to Osu. I started coming back to Lagos to do work, blah, blah. And, you know, at some point, I just went off. I went to fall in love. Don't let me say some things that I'll end up seeing myself on Instablog, because they used to pick parts.
No, I will delete it. Tell us, the no part is juicy. We want to hear now.
Let's do that part now. Let's do that part now. So, you know, at some point,
wait. Backtrack 2 seconds. So you fell in love. Just give us this small, just small.
I didn't come back to Lagos. You know, I was in school. I was doing school love. I didn't go back to Lagos. At some point, they said they were doing censoring. Yeah, censor and all that. And my mom was like, everybody's in Lagos. You come to Lagos. I said, I beg, leave me alone. One way or the other, everything scattered. I don't know. I came back. So I now came back to Lagos. So at some point, I stopped receiving jobs from people. When they call me, like, God did not allow some people to fall in some kind of love. They'll call you, come to Lagos to come and work, blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, I cannot come. I'm busy in school. I'm checking it back to the that kind of, that kind of nonsense things. And, we went on like that. So at some point, I don't know how God managed to pull me out of the whole nonsense. I started coming back, and after everything, when I left, I think I cannot remember, but at some point, I was approached by, I'm trying to fast forward some parts, by a producer and the director, one producer, director like that. I've gone for several film stuff, but let me just move all the way to how I started acting Yoruba films. But because then I didn't start. Sorry, Bidemi, you're mad. I just saw the phone. He said, Bidemi, you're mad. I will block you.
Tell me that this is a friendly show. Tell me that
now let me leave. So where did I stop? I'm naturally like this, so let me just move from where I stop, wherever I remember.
So you okay, go ahead. So you went to okay, go ahead.
Okay, I came to Lagos sometime, and the producer and director, Mr. Yinka Sama, said he needed a new face for Yoruba film, blah, blah. And I think before then, I'd done some couple of Yoruba films, like I played minor roles for some people. I think one man then, Mr. Tokumbo, so I don't know. So they called me. That was I got my first ever, of the first major Yoruba film that I appeared in, and I played the lead role. So I went there. It was, I think, Femi Ogedengbe, yes, I think he's in America now. He's actually the person that brought me for Mr. Yinka and all that, because I knew him when I was doing the English film thing, as an AGN member. So he was the one that took me all the way, and I went. So I got there, and she said to me, he said that, can you speak Yoruba? I said, yes, I can, but to an extent. And he gave me a script. I read it, and he was like, you're on set tomorrow. I'm like, tomorrow.
So is the script in Yoruba? The scripts are in Yoruba, right? That's wow. That's true.
Honestly, right now I cannot remember if it was. Yeah, people write scripts in Yoruba, but right now I cannot even remember if the one I read was in Yoruba or English. But I did the whole thing they wanted me to do, and they said to me that I was taking the lead role and I'll be on set the next day. And I'm like, just like that? How? Like, no, I need to prepare. I said, no, you're on set tomorrow. And you're taking the lead role. That's your script. Go on. Just like that. I went back to the house. I said to my mom that I'm going to be on set tomorrow and I'm going to be there for a few days. And she was like, hey, blah, blah, blah. My mom, I can never forget that. She said that to me. And I'm like, Haba, doesn't matter. Is it what, there's this thing about what we
perceive,
hear or see and what people believe. My mom was actually part of the people that used to believe those kind of things before now. And even till now, till now, I still see those things like, my mom used to say this, my mom used to say that. Like, no, I don't want you to hear about blah, blah. They do a whole lot of jobs, they do da, da, da. She was like that. And I said, nothing is going to happen to me that I don't think is that way, obviously. She said, be careful, blah, blah, blah. And she said, okay, go and do it. And I did it. And it came out well. I acted alongside Ayo Adesanya, Yemi Black, and what's the name of that film again? Cannot remember for now. So I started it. So at some point, after the whole schooling, I think I was in London for a while. Then I came back and the whole thing was shocking me. I want to buy a car. Then I ran into Then I met this friend again, Biadu. She was like, Tayo, no, don't buy a car. You can do a film now. After all, you did a film with some people and it was nice, blah, blah. Why don't you just continue like that? You produce a film and you can still, I said, no, Who do I know? How do I go about it? Blah, blah, blah. She said, okay, I know somebody that I can introduce you to that knows these people very well. And that way, I said, okay, fine. And I got the money out. I produced my first film,
Wow.
and after
Which when what year was
I think
this?
that was in 2010. That was when I
Wow.
produced my own first film. But I've been acting way before
Oh
that
yeah.
time.
Mm-hmm.
So, but my own personal first production was in 2010. And, after then, I started getting calls like, oh, who's she? Can you do my film? Blah, blah. And that's how I started till now. So I've basically
Wow.
done everything. I'd worked with Dynamics on TV as a TV presenter and, red carpet host, myself, Adam,
Mm-hmm.
Sarah, blah, blah, blah. And I'd
Uh-huh.
worked with TA as a
Mm-hmm.
TV presenter as well. I was in the
Yeah.
entertainment news program. I've done almost everything in the industry. I've actually written for some magazine, newspaper companies and everything
Wow.
like that as well. But that girl that wanted to be a lawyer, this is where I find myself.
So
It's actually
wow,
money to
interesting
come in at the end of
story.
the day. My old school paper is there. My NYSC is there. Everything is there. I just went to laminate everything and put it under my bed because I'm going to be a politician. Like a real time
Interesting.
politician. That kind of thing, like soon.
I know. Interesting.
That's why
Interesting.
I tell people a whole lot, like, even if you want to be an entertainer, get your degrees and some other things, keep them somewhere. You're going to need it someday. We're all about the money, but there are times that you will need those things and your money won't be able to get them for you like ASAP.
Wow. Wow.
So that's
Education
why
is key. Yes. Yes,
exactly the money
absolutely.
work. Even if we're trying to
Yes.
make the money work with the other. So
Wow.
that's it.
Wow. Interesting story. Everybody seems to be enjoying your story. Wow. So now we're going to backtrack.
Okay.
One, I remember, yes, your mom, you lost. I remember. I even sent
Yeah.
some. Yeah, I remember. So we're
You
going to
sent
talk
me a
about,
message, I remember.
yeah. We're going to talk about how you chose your path. How did you know? I mean, you were pulled to different things. You're like who they call a multi-potential, like you know how to act, you know how to present, you know how to do all these things. How did you choose eventually which one to
I think
prioritize?
I remember what happened to me. I remember what happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
At some point I was doing almost everything at the same time.
Mm.
And I didn't and it was just like I was stagnant. And when people want to talk about me, they say, "Oh, Tayo, that TV presenter, that the girl that does the red carpet hosting. Oh, Tayo, the video vixen. Oh, Tayo, the model," because I was doing modeling then. Tayo, the model, the girl, Tayo, the actress. People could not just, and there was this guy I was talking to,
Pinpoint
Biodo
one
Casting, that,
thing.
yeah, I don't know if you remember him, Biodo Casting, that does the Academ magazine thing.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So Mr. Biodun was like, I said, "Mr. Biodun, Tayo, Joko." And I sat down. He said, "Now, we all know you that you do a whole lot of things and you're good at the things that we know that you do. I think it's time for you to now sit down, think of the one that you feel won't stress you too much. Put your energy in one place and stop spreading it." No, at some point now, I was like, "I don't understand. Which one is put energy in one place?" And he said, "No, I'm not trying to fight you here. I'm just trying to advise you. Now, let me explain. The way I'm saying all this now, everything that is actually coming back to my head and is still fresh." He said, "Okay, you're acting, you're dancing, you're writing, if you put all this energy together in one place, you're going to turn out great
Laser
and better.
focus.
But right now, you're acting and you need to submit a report for somebody. You want to quickly, let me just rush it and then go and
So
do
you're
that.
all over
You're
the
selling
place.
it. You're all over. Why don't you just, unless, oh, this is what Tyre does."
This is what she's
And I
known
sat
for.
down. Yeah, I just, then I got back to the house. I sat down. I thought about it. I said, this man is actually not lying. I And that way, I just said, okay, fine. At this point, I think I'm just going to leave all these things to just flow, and I'll just concentrate on this movie thing. And that's what I
Mm.
did.
Wow. 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 Interesting. Because a lot of people are listening to you now. They know how to do a lot of things. And the principle is consolidate before you diversify. That's the principle, is a law. You have to consolidate, and then
Yeah,
you can now start doing something else. But if you go all over,
exactly.
nobody knows you for, this or that. So you're like,
Yeah, there's something, keep your brand there that you can now start, okay, fine, I want to do, well, not like you're scattered, nobody knows you for one particular thing, you're here, you didn't, so that's what happened.
wow. So speak to someone listening now that have like 10 things they know how to do. Some people are blessed. They only know how to do one. And so they focus on that one. But some people know how to do a lot of stuff. So speak to that person now that's in this position, in this situation, that, listen, what would you tell that person now if they said, Auntie Tayo, please come and advise me now?
I'm just going to say what I just said. I'm just going to use myself as an example, like what I just explained, like if you're doing multiple things at the same time, why not try to sit down, see where your strengths falls on the heavy parts, pick that part and then try to put your energy into it, and you see that you become a better person. That's it.
Wow. Amen to that. Amen to that. Wow, that is deep. Because what you just said now, we had to study it in school. They had to teach us in school that, listen, you have laser focus. They said if you take a magnifying glass and you incline it and put it against the sun, if you put it to a piece of paper, the magnifying glass has a way of converging all the light, the rays from the sun, and it will burn hole in that paper. Paper will burn if you do it well, because there's something about converging all the rays together. So that's really deep. You guys listen, take notes. We're not just having fun, we're teaching and, making ourselves better. So you didn't go to any acting school?
Honestly, I didn't.
So you're a natural?
It's just me. I didn't go to any acting school. So some people will say, oh, did you do acting in school? I said, no, I only did public administration and diploma in law, and that's just it. I don't know. It's just something else. I never saw myself acting. I didn't see myself becoming an actress. No way. I don't know how it happened.
You can't run away from destiny.
I don't know how it happened.
Run away from destiny.
I don't know how it happened.
Yeah.
And I was like, someone saw me and said, yeah, I said, how come? Like you. I said, what remained me? He said, no, but you I just look, it's somehow, there are times I sit down and I laugh like, well, I don't know, Jai. This is just it.
It's destiny. You can't run away from it.
Exactly.
Tell us
We're
one
living
time.
a scripted life.
It's a scripted life. Tell us one time that pain, you had to walk away from a closed door. A door closed in front of you and it really hurt you. It made you second guess your gifting and your talent, and you really, really felt hurt by that. But you had to pick up yourself and say, listen, Shota, let's go. Tell us, share with us that time, because there's someone now that has been rejected by someone they think should help them.
If I use myself as an example, and a lot of people will end up looking like Malians.
You don't need to mention names. Don't mention their names.
No, it's not me mentioning any names or anything, but they will end up looking like Malians. I said it earlier. I said my mom used to be this very strict person. Like if something should walk past your skin, she can tell. If you know what I mean. So obviously, it wasn't easy. I need to be honest with you, because I know that if I'd stayed in that house with her till whenever, I'm not going to be like this. This part of me that is like this now would have died, and I'll never say this part of me. She was just concerned about go to school, do your thing, blah, 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 blah. You know, that kind of thing. So I don't get too many people that want to do this, but you know, there are times that I put out stuff on Instagram and I'll say, oh, there's a show, there's this, blah, blah, blah. And I see people sending me DMs. Like, sister, I would really want to come, but my mom won't let me out. Auntie, I really want to do this, but I cannot do it because blah, 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 blah. I understand. So for me, at some point, I was actually working underneath and was collecting money. I worked with some companies, 9-to-5 job. I did those jobs forcefully, and I was collecting money. And my mom would be like, "Shay and Jenny," like, she shut phone, blah 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 blah. And I'll be like, I don't understand. Yeah, just is it bad to work? And I want to work. Okay, let me work and collect my money and keep it. Those times I'll force myself to go and do modeling jobs, calendar jobs, and all those things. It was Dixon and Tepia here at Ogulano. That was my agent, Tony Wise, and the rest of them. I would force myself, hide models. They would do all those things. They would give me money, and I'll just keep my money. There are some money that they give us for job at times. I cannot carry it to my house because my mom will ask me, Bolotiri. And I cannot tell her that I went to do modeling job. So what would you do then? I'll give some aunties that I know that they need it. So those aunties that I used to give my money to in those days, now they are my friends now. Now they just look at me and they just smile. Wow. And there are times I'll give them money. I'll be like, if you're coming to, my mom is dead now, so even as I'm saying this, she cannot go and fight them. So I don't care. You know, yeah, you know that kind of thing. So I'll tell them that, auntie, you're coming, please help me to buy bra. All those bra that has blah blah blah. I'll be telling them what to buy for me at times with my money. They will now bring it. I'll go and show her. Like, see what Auntie Biodun bought for me. See what this that bought for me.
And smart.
Kind of thing. She's like, oh, she, what you say? Those are, these are ways that
small.
No, I'm serious. Because obviously she'll be like, tomorrow, Shani. So there are times, at some point, I remember, she'll just bring paper, Moriano paper, blah, blah. I'll be like, Alaja, I see you're looking for TV. And then music music back to back. Shemi said I should not work. And I was forcing myself to work and keep my money for myself. So the honest truth is, in as much as she felt obviously what you needed, if I expose her or I leave her to start mingling with people or going to do all this kind of thing, then obviously she's going to be open to people, then she might start being wayward and blah blah. That was how my mom has always been, like, I don't want you, I don't. But at some point she saw that this one, you'll be like, say, I heard, as I'm telling her, she's not, she'll bring magazines at times, she'll bring calendars, and you come bring any calendar to she from a tile company, she'll bring it. I'm like, it was one of our friends. I remember that.
Those times.
Making money, she's collecting, she's working, and you are leaving her to go and be giving her money to somebody. Use your hand to. So,
those times that your parents will call you, Shewani. You now be looking at that picture like you disappear. You like,
my mom has carried me like this. Oh yeah, Wamoto. She carried me to my father's office to go and report me. Hey, Alaja, I see you're picking for TV. Alaja, I see you're picking for TV. She know there. She want to call it.
Wow.
Malo. My dad now sat me down after she left. Hey, what exactly do you want? My dad was this proper. What exactly do you want to do? Like, are you sure that, I'm not, anything you feel you want to do, you're free to do it. But my concern is don't let anything affect your education. I asked when I said, okay, sir. Okay, daddy. And the man just left me. He didn't even say anything. So when I came back
is he still living?
Yeah. No, he died in 2005.
Oh, wow.
I think last month, it was 15 years ago that he died and all that.
Oh, wow.
So I got back to the house and I was playing. My mom was like, maybe she thought I'll come back with cane marks and all that. My dad definitely looked at me, so I don't know. She just looked at me. And she didn't say anything. And that way, what he said to me, you know, gave me some kind of feathers and all that within me, like, oh, that was my business, blah, 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 blah. You know, that kind of thing. It went like, I'm telling you, it went on like that. So after my mom's friend told her that, this girl, I'm seeing her jobs and all that, too, she just left me. But still yet at some point, you know, I was working with Matrix Company. It was owned by AA, somewhere in Maryland, yes. Mr. Bidemi Alaron was the MD.
Mm.
Yes, I was working there. And then someday, and after that place, I went to another Core Logistics that Mr. Kazim Bello owns. And then they signed to the North Core Vedis Records. I worked there, 9-to-5 job as well. So after then, I left again. There was this company that I worked for, real estate company, and they got me a house. And that was when I was staying at Iwaya. You know, this normal buildings that you have working class people stay and all that. That was right. From there, that's why I used time, come up for house. I just know that I got a job with this company. They gave me money to go and stay, blah, 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 blah. That was how I left the house. And then I went to serve. I came back. From there, I started living on my own. That was when I went to London, came back again. I started doing films. That was how I gained freedom to be like this.
Wow. Wow. Tell us one painful experience. Tell us one painful experience that you had to use to, you know, like, you know, when you channel something, you know, negative into something positive.
I don't remember.
Apart from your mommy's, you know.
Yeah, because, you know, my story always go around her like that, because I never used to have friends. I'm not the friend person. Now.
Yeah.
So almost everything that happened was around her. Don't do this, do that. Okay, go, blah, blah.
Okay,
Nothing.
you can tell us one around her. Tell us one around her.
She made my group break. I cannot forget. I think since there was this day we had a show. I'm in the Amicable's group, the 3 guys and myself. And I think she saw the advert on TV. And she didn't tell me, she waited for me to say I want to go, and I told her. You know, and I used to be this kind of girl that after when I noticed that, okay, she now understands that you can go for shows, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And I want to tell her that I want to go for shows or events. I know how to catch her. By then, I will now quickly go. The things that help with
the flow.
No, then, you know, she has house help to do ironing and some cleaning and some. So I'll just quickly go where they put her clothes. I'll help her to iron everything. I'll quickly iron her and keep. I'll just go, hey, tomorrow I want to go for, you know, that kind of thing. So she saw the advert on TV and she didn't tell me. She waited for me to come to her. I did all those. It pained me because I had plenty clothes that day. And I now went to her. I want to go for sure. And she said, oh, Lilo. I don't know what happened that day. She just stood her ground. I was not going to go. So those guys did it. And I think that was the last time I saw those guys. Even till now. I don't even know where they are.
Wow. And you haven't looked for them?
I've tried to look for them. I eventually saw the manager of the group. That's Jide. I saw him, I think, on Instagram or something. I tried talking to him. He called me. We spoke. But the other guys, I mean the main guys, 3 guys, since that day, I didn't hear anything about them. No shows, nothing.
What are their names again? What are their names again?
I know Shola, James. I don't know I cannot remember the other guy and all that. It was Amicable's group. You know, then that's why till now, Tony Tetwila, you see me, I'm like, Taya Amicable. That's like, I don't know. I don't even know. You know, it pained me though because, you know, because I didn't come. You can imagine during rehearsals for a show, and then one person is not there. So obviously that was what happened to them, and you know everybody just went. That's one thing I cannot forget. I don't even know anything about it.
Wow! So how did you use that to tell yourself that I'm not going to be bitter? Because obviously you would have been bitter for a while, right? But how did you now?
Yeah, I was, but I just didn't. At some point, I just thought, man, I'm going to do what I want to do. This is what I want to do. But even as at then, this is what I want to do. I was doing everything. I just stopped the music thing. Everything just went because I never planned to be a musician. You know how to do it. They just wanted me to help them take verses, and before I know it, we're performing together on stage. It was my own music. I didn't know anything. I didn't do anything. He just said, sing this part. And when they go, you just go, hey, cause my own. you know, so, that was how the whole thing went. Then after everything, I started doing different things and all that. And I was still like, this entertainment business, let's just be doing it. I was doing
It kept
it. I was
pulling
having
you.
fun. I was just doing it for fun, and I was collecting money for modeling. But I didn't really think of anything. I just wanted to be a lawyer and then do all those things that I was doing.
Mm.
Not until everything moved like this. I came like this.
Wow.
I
Did you
think
ever
my
get
grandma
the chance?
for me. I didn't back out. Like, I'm not doing entertainment again. I'm just gonna go. So the only thing that helped me was that Mr. Biodo talked to me about channeling my energy into one place.
Shout out to Mr. Biodu, man. Mr.
I'm
Biodu.
telling you, he's one person that has helped me grow. I need to be honest. Even he has helped me grow. Like he has helped me grow. He had the magazine thing, the platform for for a whole lot of people, the PR thing. And he just thought, this girl is doing well. And most times you put me in front of his magazine, he will write a whole lot about me, things that I do, blah, blah, blah. He helped me do. I'm one
Wow.
person that
Wow.
doesn't forget anything about people. Even those times that we used to go and eat at the back of White House after you perform. You remember that back? I still remember, even if you don't know.
Founded young man. Ugu.
But anyway,
Yeah, stories for
you
days.
see?
Whoa.
Mhm.
Whoa. Whoa. So tell us how you would talk to a child right now that you have already said, I understand. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, let me ask it again. When you look back in hindsight, in retrospect, and you see maybe how you used to talk to your mom, did you think there would have been a better way to go about it? Because if you were to talk to a child right now that the mom is saying, don't go, obviously because she wasn't trying to be mean. She's just, come on, bye, and stuff like that. How
Yeah,
would you
let
come
me
to a
tell you.
child?
Let me explain something that I've come to realize.
Mm-hmm.
The kind of parents we used to have then, it's not the kind of parents that is ruling now.
Mm.
You cannot tell me that you would treat your child the way you were brought up.
Junior, if you go out in that house, okay.
Will you do the same? No, let's be honest though. No, we are just being honest here. My mom was too strict. And too extra strict. I don't think I'm gonna do like half of what she did to my child or my children. Not like she was a bad person. Now I understand that how she treated me then helped me and is still helping me now. But I don't know. Maybe she didn't go about it the right way, but I don't even know how to put it. I could not I don't know. I don't think then I could talk to my mom like I'll sit down and like what I'm trying to
This boy
explain
is
is this is how the
toasting
thing
me.
works. This
Oh,
is
you
how
say a
the
boy is
thing works.
toasting me. What did I say?
Oh no, yeah.
That be the last boy on earth.
The only help, the only help that I can say that my mom ever did was this is how I used my sanitary pad. That was how far she went. But somebody say, Kilo Jayu, where are you from? Nibo, how?
But what do you think was responsible for that? Could it be her
I don't even know. I
upbringing?
don't know. Because I remember that my elder ones would tell her, oh girl, the way you're treating Tayo, you didn't treat us like this in our own time like that too. And I'll be like,
Ah.
So I think when it came to my own turn, and then my younger brothers, when I think she became, soft and all that, everything started changing, that kind of thing. So most times I'll hear my elder ones complain that, when it was my turn, when it was my time, you didn't let me do this. But now Tyra is doing this, blah, 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 blah. And I'll just be like,
And you are still complaining that she was extra
I'm still
strict.
complaining.
Wow.
My mom
Wow.
is this kind of person that if she catches a guy talking to you, even if there's nothing, she will call the guy, come here. And the next thing is a slap on your face. I mean the guy. She was like, no, that's how.
Poor guy.
My mom, I'm telling you, that's the kind of person that she was.
Were you the only girl? Someone just asked.
No. I don't know what happened to my screen. Like, it's not moving up, so I'm not seeing comments again.
Okay, just scroll, touch it and scroll up.
I tried doing it like, okay, I think it's working now.
Yeah, if you touch it, it'll just scroll
I
up.
did that several times, it didn't come up. So I left it before I go and mistakenly pull it down.
Wow, Sotayo, you have all these amazing stories. Are you gonna do a movie about your life one day?
Okay, no. If I do movie, everywhere is kaka. I mean, I have stories about some uncles and some people. I think I'll be like, oh my, if I do this story, I go still die. I'll just be like, let me just leave them.
No, but change it now. Tell us some. You don't have to tell us which uncle, but just give us some gist.
Let's just leave that part.
You cannot do something like that. Our nose like this and leave us now. Give us small.
No, don't worry. Let's leave that to another day. For future, purpose. But really, for me, I know that when I start having my kids, I would want to see them down to talk to them about stuff and then give them the opportunity to, I'll just give them that freedom, a bit of freedom to be able to come to me, to tell me whatever they're going through and all that, to express themselves and all that. I didn't have, my mom, she loved me, I loved her, I could talk to her, but there's a limit to the kind of thing that I can tell her. I wasn't so free like that where do you jump? How do you want me to talk? And we used to call my mom mommy. Mommy. How?
Okay, use this opportunity to talk, because you said something about this generation, we don't have parents like that. But just peradventure, we have someone listening now that is strict because of something that had happened to them. Talk to a parent right now that's not letting their child express themselves, because now, we're hearing a lot of, like, I'm in charge of some kids here in America, and they're telling stuff about uncles are touching me, my daddy is trying to touch me, and I tell my mom slaps me, my mom, so talk to that parent that don't give their children the right or the opportunity to talk to them. Just talk to that parent now.
Okay, now the truth is, I know it's like Nigerian time, like 10 minutes to 8 right now, so it's late.
Yeah.
A whole lot of people are home and they can watch this, and parents are watching. And young mothers or fathers or whatever are also watching. Now let's go straight like this. The world has changed. Parents should at least try to, to soften a bit. Let your kids have a bit of freedom to be able to talk to you and interact with you. There's some parents that even when you tell them, when you tell them as a child that mommy, so that uncle hit my head, they'll be like, shut up! What did you go there to do? But why did you pass there too? Let this person talk. Listen. Think about, this person hits her head. Why should he do that? Why there must be something. What prompted it? Then what, don't just quickly go into conclusions like, blah, 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 blah. Can you say that big man beat you, this small girl? For what now? Come on, go ask him now. Most times now we read about rape, like every other time, every day. The more we read about it, the more it keeps happening, and you be like, what is happening? Let's be honest with ourselves. Most parents don't even have time for their kids. How many times do you carry out checks on your children? Like, what happened? How come how did you get this mark here? I never gone, I know, fine. But those are the things that I know that I'll do. How did you get this mark? What happened to you? What did this? What is that? My mom, that's why I said something earlier. I said my mom used to be this kind of person that if something should walk past your skin, she would know.
Mm.
So me growing up, I used to be scared. She can just come. Hey, every time say some you from on top of you my bini. And I'll be like,
I don't know you.
what? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I beg, what is my own business in what this one is saying? But, you know, but those words keep coming inside my head, and I'm still saying it now. I can never forget. So most times, even when things happen, you just go, now wow. And when they talk about some other people that blah blah blah, this that, and I'll be like, Abby, she saw you one call. I had not started doing anything, but maybe my mom thought I was already doing stuffs, and within me, I was just like, so does she see me as somebody that started doing? I'd gotten to Lagos State University. I was already in LASU doing law before I did anything. And even the day I did it, I was working like, I know she doesn't. You know, I'm telling you, the fear, you know that fear. Like, my mom can carry you where and she's that person. A mother that will wake you up at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. Long. She said you're menstruating. Show me, let me see. Who does that?
Wow.
So tell me, how do you want to lie? How do you want to lie to that kind of woman? If you are pretending that, hey, I'm a Nigerian, at that time of the morning or the midnight or something, you want to quickly go and put him inside this thing and show her.
Wow.
I grew up with that kind of woman. So you cannot lie. Because she was carrying out those checks like, I was in a long way. The truth about it is, I don't know anything. Well, she was already seeing me like, hey, I'm a you know, that kind of thing. And growing up with my mom will not buy you short dress, so she will buy you short knicker. It will be extremely short, but you know, even if you are sitting down, there's a cut. It's a short knicker, proper short knicker. She'll buy a short knicker and a tops like this. You know, there was this day somebody asked, Alaja, why you always buy this kind of clothes for this? Is it now get? You know, this small picking, they shall be sit down. They could just sit down, open leg. But now short knicker, she goes sit down like that. I look at her. You know, what kind of woman. So that day, I registered it in my head, like, oh, that's why my mom used to buy shorts for us. I remember the first day I ever heard of the word tomboy in my life. It was my teacher. He was my government teacher in school, Mr. Madumeri. And that man, I think my mom now brought him, they call him Bad Jesus in my school because he's extremely wicked. So, I think he's a strict person. So anybody that is strict and principled, they call the person wicked. So that man, you know, he came and we're going. I think I saw him off, and at the bus stop, he just said, "You're such a tomboy." I just laughed. Thank you, sir. When he left, I just ran upstairs, opened my dictionary, tomboy. I opened the book. I looked at a lady that has the pictures of a man dressed that's what. You see, my school people are Joyce, I see you, by Jesus, Mr. Mary, you remember. So I said, tomboy, Amy, I didn't say anything. I said to him, thank you. Well, no problem. I don't let that word be that. So I didn't say anything. So now, most parents don't give their children that opportunity to come close to them, you know, show them how can I have a mother? Now I'm not talking about my mom, but I just want to say this in general. Why would you have a mother that you cannot go to freely and then say, Mommy, something is happening to me. There's somebody that's been tormenting my life and I don't even know what to do, blah, blah, blah. But there are some people that find it very easy to speak to a neighbor or a church member or even a pepper seller or just one cleaner.
Anybody.
You find it very easy to relate with those kind of people than their own mother. Why? Is it supposed to be like that? No. At the end of the day, these same women will be the ones to say, why did you tell me when it happened? Why did you? I was telling you, Mommy, did you listen? He did not listen. In fact, he didn't even have time to even want to. My mommy, there's sometimes stuff to about, hey, what is up here? Most women like that. I did a film. I don't think if I can remember, maybe Observation or something. I cannot remember. But in that film, it was something we talked about, and I looked at it like, this thing is happening.
I can't believe we have 2 minutes. What?
Yeah, because the story is in chest and I sweeting.
What? 2 minutes? Oh my gosh.
So now let me give you this short. You know, there are times that that's in that movie. It's actually about a girl that her mom never have time to listen to her. Just like this, what we are saying. She doesn't listen to her. She doesn't talk to her mom. She doesn't fight. In fact, when she comes back from Mom Abuja, she has carried her bag. She don't go. Business. She'll come back again. Today. She's gone. And this girl is always in the house with her father. Every time. Observation. Yeah, somebody said, yeah, that's the name of the film. Observation. She'll be the one to cook for her dad. She'll be the one to do everything. She became extremely close with the father.
Oh, we're gonna cut off now.
So even if she's with her friends, her father will call, talk to her, you my darling, how you doing, blah blah. Daddy, I've got my period is coming, and daddy, my head is this. Oh daddy, she can be on phone for like several hours with her father and all that. You know, there's this bond. The bond that is supposed to be within the mother and the child is not within the father and and the child.
Oh my God! So we have 26 seconds. We have 26 seconds.
So if anything happens now, if your husband now starts sleeping with your child, you say, how come? Women, take care of your home. So if this thing goes like this.
We love you. Thank you so much, Sotayo, for coming. God bless you so much. Thank you so much. Bye. Love you. Thank you guys. Bouqui'S Place tomorrow.
Bye.